to the channel. I'm on my way over to our private lease. Going over here to check some cameras and got to fill some of our feeders that are getting low before season. We've got a couple good bucks coming to one of them. One that I think may be a shooter. We're just gonna have to wait and see. So we're gonna go over there and do a little bit of work, pre-season work, to get the lease ready for the upcoming season. But I'm glad you're here on today's hunt. It's gonna be a hunt that I did on public land in Tennessee. It's gonna be a Tennessee gun hunt. It's in an area that you only can get to by water access. So pretty good spot. Takes a little bit of time to get back there. But on this hunt, I have numerous bucks come in that morning right at daylight. And I was fortunate enough to take a very large 10 point. He had 10 total points, but he wasn't your typical 10 point. Really good deer, really good deer. So I'm glad you're here, and let's get to the hunt. All right, guys, here we are. We're at the spot that I've been seeing the large buck on camera. I've got a camera on this tree right there. I got some corn here. I got my buddy. He's bringing a feeder. We're going to put a large feeder down here to see if we can keep these deer fed. It's a pretty good spot. Back behind us is a large high wall. This area used to be stripped many years ago. Well, it's got about a 40-foot bluff here. So the only way around behind me is around the end of this bluff. So it works a good area because it necks these deer down right around the edge of this bluff. So it's gonna be a good spot. We're gonna put our tree stand. I've got a tree picked out at the very end, about 110 yards from the feeder, so we're able to sneak in and be able to hunt it without putting pressure on the deer, and that way they won't have no pressure. We can slip in and out, and hopefully, if anything, get a bunch of does in here feeding, so that when the rut comes, them bucks follow them does in. All right, finally got everything set up. So we've got the feeder. We've got our camera right here. So just kind of give you an idea. We've got it feeding twice a day for 5 seconds. I've already got a couple bucks coming to this already, and I will share those pictures. Just kind of give you an idea. I'm gonna swap you around here just for a second. All right, let's see. No, I'm not. I'll tell you what. This is the main trail coming around the side. Like I said, there's a high wall right here, and it goes around. Okay, so as we're looking here, this is a pretty good trail going down through here. This is old road bed, and when they was stripping this area, this was one way they went down. And this high wall on the back side over here, like I said, it's got about a 40-foot bluff. It's full of water. But the good thing is that we got some old traditional rubs. So we see here that the deer have been in here before. Pretty good rub, pretty substantial rub right there. And got a pretty good deer trail. I could see some more rubs on down through, going all the way down. And this goes around, like I said, and it's all high wall over here. So these deer, they walk this old road where they went around and go through. So I'm hoping that we will, especially once some pressure gets on this property, that some of the bucks will move back in this area. I've got a few, like I said, I've got a couple on camera already that I'm going to share, but that's our hope. Is this is way back. A lot of guys don't come back in here, so it's gonna be a really jam up spot. And this is what we're working toward. Never ends. The more work you put in, the better the outcome when season comes in. Like I said earlier in the intro to this video, this first hunt, it's Tennessee public land gun hunt. You'll see the first segment. I have a bunch of bucks on me. I have a spot come in early that morning, and he's feeding around on some acorns, just kind of browsing around. I noticed that there was a lot of buck sign in the area that kind of gave me an idea that there might be a hot doe in the area. So the spot came in, fed around, and then kind of went off to my left back toward bedding area. So this first segment is that spot coming in, him feeding around and going off into that bedding area. Right here, the wind shifts just ever so slightly, and the spike smells something that he's not sure of. This next clip, I had a corrupted SD card. I actually had a buck come in, had a doe come same area, headed toward the bedding area. I noticed that she was acting funny, looked back, and there behind, here come a big 10. Unfortunately, the camera that I was using, I had a corrupted SD card. So the only thing that I have is footage from another camera. So as I said in the intro, it's a really big 10-point, 200 pounds. Not your typical mainframe 10. After the section, I'll show you pictures of the deer. It was a big 9 and had a big kicker off his main beam. You'll notice the white belly of the buck in the upper left-hand corner that I dropped in his tracks. And the hot doe just don't understand why he's laying there. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the segment. Like I said, it was a very memorable hunt. Guys, if you like what you see, please hit that like button, subscribe, and those notifications so I can bring you further videos in the future. And guys, as always, this is my addiction. If you can, anytime you get a chance, take a child out into the woods, hunting or fishing. Get them involved in the outdoors, because it's better for them to be out in the woods than off somewhere you don't know. So guys, until next time, God bless.